When a woman named Sarah, midway through her pregnancy, visited her clinic, she followed a routine many expectant mothers in the U.S. know well. She downed a syrupy mix of 60 grams of sugar water laced with artificial flavors, a test known as the Sugar Stress Challenge, to check for pregnancy-related blood sugar issues. After an hour's wait, a quick prick revealed her levels were safe, signaling no immediate red flags for gestational metabolic imbalance. Sarah, though, had a knack for digging deeper. Armed with a tiny device clipped to her arm, a metabolic tracker, she could peek into her body's inner workings far beyond the clinic's single snapshot. This gadget churned out a stream of sugar level readings over hours, painting a vivid, shifting mural of her health. The picture it revealed clashed with the clinic's verdict. Her levels spiked high and lingered there, well into the danger zone, long after the sugar dose. Doubt crept in. Had the clinic misread the signals, or was their lens just too narrow? Without that tracker, Sarah might have walked away blind to a simmering threat, one that could ripple through her pregnancy and beyond, potentially wiring her child for future health struggles. Studies in metabolic journals suggest that 1 in 5 women with this condition slips through the cracks of standard checks, leaving them exposed. Unmanaged, it can seed insulin resistance in a growing baby, laying tracks for a lifetime of energy. Chaos. Think chronic fatigue, weight battles, or worse. History whispers this truth. A mother's metabolic hiccups during pregnancy often sound the first alarm, a chance to recalibrate before the system veers off course. For Sarah, taming this beast became a game of strategy. With her tracker as a guide, she embarked on a mission to shield her unborn child and herself. Research hints that sugar imbalances might even fray the mind's wiring over decades, nudging the risk of memory fade. That sparked a bigger vision, safeguarding not just the now, but the long haul, brain and all. Before the tracker, Sarah's body was a locked vault, its signals muffled. Now, every dip in energy or spike in tension had a story, tied to the fuel she fed it in the last day. Society often nudges women toward shrinking themselves for the mirror, but this shifted the frame. Food became a lever for resilience, not a foe to fight. Nourishment turned into a craft, a way to fortify the fortress of her health. Peering into how fuel shapes vitality feels like a no-brainer, it empowers choice. Yet most pregnant women, and people in general, lack such a window into their machinery. Today, folks know more about their car's engine hum or their bank account's pulse than the rhythms of their own flesh and blood. Annual checkups feel like chasing shadows with a flickering torch. In nearly half the U.S., medical gatekeepers still hoard the keys to patients' own records. When tests that decode food's dance with biology are out of reach, the system dims the lights on our health's path, leaving us guessing if our habits steer toward thriving or trouble. Meanwhile, slick campaigns, bankrolled by those with vested interests, whisper that no bite is ever bad, muddying the waters of common sense. Visits to the doctor often end in one of two stale refrains. "All's well, off you go," even when the body screams otherwise, or "here's a pill for that odd number," with no map to the root. Truth is, many healers lack the tools to read the body's full scorecard. They can patch a leak, potassium here, a cholesterol. Tweak there, but ask how the pieces connect into a living mosaic and the trail goes cold. Training teaches them to tick boxes, not to weave the threads of cellular chatter. For over 9 in 10 adults, that chatter spells system overload. Thankfully, a new dawn is breaking. Medicine's old gatekeepers are losing their monopoly on the body's secrets. Wearables, sensors, and direct access tests are handing the reins to the people. Call it Life visibility, the power to spy on your own biology in real time. This isn't about distrusting experts blindly. It's about trusting the body's own voice, amplified by data anyone can grasp. That voice, once a whisper, now roars through devices tracking sugar, sleep, and steps, linking daily choices to the big picture of energy harmony. This era could unlock the longest, most vibrant lives yet, but it demands tuning in. People aren't helpless cogs. They're the pilots of their own vessels. For too long, the system drilled in doubt. Leave it to the pros, you can't understand. That ends here. A groundswell is rising. Folks claiming their data, decoding their signals, and steering toward vitality. The moment beckons to join them, to listen to the body's hum. Symptoms. The body's SOS too. Often, people shrug off creaks and groans as just life. They claim wellness while juggling a dozen quiet aches. Think stiff shoulders, pesky sniffles, patchy skin, or a foggy mind. Dig deeper, and the list grows. Bloating, restless nights, a nagging cough, or monthly storms of cramps and mood dips. None of this is baseline. Feeling electric, sharp in mind, light in body, should be the norm, not a dream. Society's dubbed this grind low-vibe drift, but it's not inevitable. Every twinge is a flare from the body's trillion-strong crew, signaling unmet needs that food and rhythm can often meet. Tracking these flares is step one to life visibility. A quick symptom log, say over a month, can unmask what's been dismissed as normal. Symptoms aren't foes to silence, they're allies, like a ship's crew shouting when the hull springs a leak. A sore neck might flag shaky sleep, a breakout could hint at hidden sugars, a headache might cry for water. These aren't random, they're the body's Morse code, begging for a tweak. Decoding the blood's story blood tests toss out numbers, triglycerides, sugar levels, cholesterol splits that most nod at but few truly grasp. They're static. Polaroids of a churning river, yet they hold clues to energy flow when read as a chorus, not solo acts. The goal? To join the rare 7% whose metabolic dials spin in sync without pills. A ticket to sidestepping chaos like mood dips, skin woes, or chronic creepers. Miss that mark, and the odds tilt toward passing glitches to the next generation, from womb to old age. Choice reigns supreme. Eat what you will, but knowing where the body lands on the energy spectrum is power. Science backs this. When people see their own numbers, they shift gears more often and better. Take a fat-to-good cholesterol ratio. If it flags a near double jump in mood risks, motivation to recalibrate spikes. Key markers, like fat storage levels, sugar on empty or waist span, come free with most yearly checkups. High fats signal a sugar flood overwhelming the system. Shaky sugar hints at cellular gridlock. A wider waist whispers of rogue fat clogging organs. Each number is a breadcrumb back to balance. Real-time windows. Think of the body as a starship. Why not rig it with sensors like we do a craft bound for the cosmos? Rockets get thousands of gauges to catch hiccups early. Humans, though, wait for a crash before peeking under the hood. Chronic breakdowns dominate the health landscape, yet most are dodgeable with a little foresight. A sugar tracker, for instance, beams live updates from the bloodstream, showing how a meal, a stroll, or a late night tweaks the dial. It's a coach in your pocket, revealing what steadies the ship and what rocks it. Sleep trackers and step counters join the crew, flagging when rest dips or motion stalls, nudging habits toward smoother sailing. The shift ahead. Welcome to the age of life visibility, where blood readouts, live sensors, and smart analysis crack open the body's black box. No more 15-minute guesswork at the clinic. This is personal, precise, and proactive, a blueprint to tune energy with. Every bite, step, and snooze. The tools are here, the choice is ours.